All right, folks, it's been a long week, and I think that as a bit of relief, I want to open something. And I want to open something that I've been wanting to open since I opened the thing before. And the thing I'm talking about is the number 19 by Chanel, and this is a vintage Parfum of number 19 that has been unopened for, I don't know, probably 50 years, because this looks like, I think I dated this to like mid to late 70s, okay? Which might mean that it has real Iranian galbanum in there as part of the notes, or the main note of what number 19 is known for. This is, I think this is the 7 milliliter, I'm pretty sure, because the other one was a 10 ml spray that I opened, and it was unfortunately mostly evaporated. There was maybe like 4 mils left in the 10 mil, and it smells great, a little bit thick maybe, and maybe it goes directly to the mids and the base. So I'm keen to open this one to see how much is left in here. And I'm going to spray this on. But before I do, I have to also mention that because it's been a long week and the stresses of the week, they got to me. And so I needed to do some retail therapy. I thought I would go and peruse around a local bazaar or market or thrift shop, secondhand stall shop or something like that. And I chanced upon a very full bottle of this. This is opium, the original opium. However, this is, I think, the third formulation of opium. It is a 90s bottle, though, I think from 1993, according to the batch code. It's very full. I just sprayed it on my arm. It is magnificent. And this makes bottle number 3 of opium, of vintage opium that I have, which is silly, but it was just sitting there at a ridiculous price. And I thought, why not? Because I know I'm going to love it, and I know I'm going to wear it. And so that means my bottle from 1985 will get less wear. I also found these. I used to collect back in the day basketball cards, a very big basketball card collector. I was very big into basketball growing up. I actually did make it into the state league here in Victoria. So yeah, I was pretty good at the thing as well. And retired when I was 24. This is a Fleer pack of Fleers from 1993-94 season, and it says, collect Clyde Drexler and the NBA All-Stars limited edition subsets. And it's got 15 cards in there, and I want to see what we get out of this pack. Obviously, it doesn't say Michael Jordan, because I think Jordan had retired this season, 93-94. Yeah, 93-94 retired. 95-96, yeah, okay, yeah, 94-95, and then came back at the end of that season and then demolished everybody the next 3 seasons after that. So I got this, and I want to open that up and see what's in there. And I also got a pack of NBA hoops from 1991-92 season. Yeah, this should be pretty good as well. So we'll take a look at this as well. But before we do that, we need to do the fragrance thing, and we need to open this up. Excuse my chair. It's been doing that because I'm getting fat. I'm getting fat sitting here doing too much work and not doing enough exercise. This is a bad sign. When the actual plastic wrap just disintegrates like this, it's generally a very bad sign. Okay. A bit of a... Oh, is this plastic? Yeah, I think the bottom is plastic, but the top is... Ooh, okay. Ooh, this opens up like this. All right. And there's a little leaflet in here from Chanel. And it's got the silver and gold atomizer in here. Hopefully this metal atomizer is better. But I want to know what this actually says. This says, Cet atomiseur Chanel est rechargeable. Ne le jetez pas quand il... Alright, fine. Wait, where's the English version? Attention, ce flacon est pressurisé. No, this Chanel atomizer is refillable. When it is empty, you should not throw it away, but keep it, together with the actuator, which you should place on the refill that you buy from your Chanel dealer. Pressurized container. Interesting. Flammable, do not spray on naked flame or any incandescent material. Protect from sunlight. Do not expose to temperatures exceeding 50 degrees Celsius. Do not break, burn, even after use. Thanks, Chanel. Let's have a look. So the top is cardboard of the box, but the base itself is plastic. So I'm hoping that this is being kept in a much nicer condition. Now it's kind of stuck for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. And then so the inside of this, where it's housed, this is all plastic. Cool. All right. I think I like this. It feels empty. There's the Chanel atomizer at the top of it there. And it feels very, very, very empty. I need to open this up to find out. How do I open this up? How do I do this? It says metal. I need to know what's in here. It has to be Oh. Do I spray this on me? Maybe I spray this on here. Ooh, yuck. What is that? Oh, shit. Well, there goes that. Okay, smells all right. Smells like number 19. It smells like number 19 syrup, as a matter of fact. Yeah, it smells like number 19 syrup. And this has seen better days. Well, I don't think these open. I'm concerned that I'm going to ruin my shirt, which I don't want to do either. How do you even see how much you've got in there? Maybe I need my crazy, crazy light. Crazy, crazy light. Maybe it can see through metal. Let's find out. Crazy light cannot see through metal. No, this looks like it's not looking like it's going to be removed. This atomizer doesn't want to come out either. And I don't think there's anything in here. Maybe I can destroy this. Hold on. Got some tools, got a knife, got some pliers. We're gonna go to town on this guy. I'm gonna scratch the shit out of it because I don't care. You've denied me of a fragrance. Doesn't want to work. Doesn't want to come off. And this is how you relieve stress after a long week. You destroy a 50-year-old Chanel atomizer for not giving you perfume. I'm going to try the atomizer again. Ew. Ew. It's dribbling out. Brother, oh. Ew, brother. That's bad. That's really bad. I want to see what's in here. I want to fucking destroy this and see what's in here now. I am curious. Chanel curious. And I totally need to destroy this now. How do I take this atomizer off? Ah, here we go. That's how you take the fucking thing off. So I didn't need to scratch it. And this, I'm assuming, should screw off. Yes, that's how you refill it. But look what's happened. Look what's happened. It has pretty much evaporated into the nothingness that you see here. So this one's in even worse condition. I was actually thinking, oh yeah, it's all right. I've got one that's part full. This one should be okay, but it isn't. It's I mean, it definitely It smells like number 19. It just smells like number 19 syrup. That's all. And the atomizer doesn't spray anything because the gloop in here is too freaking thick. But the atomizer is cool. It's made of metal, brushed aluminium or something like that. But I've just scratched the shit out of it, so it's pretty much worthless. I think I might just chuck this in the bin because I'm not going to do anything with this, and I don't think I'm going to give this to anybody either. Unless somebody wants something stupid like this, be my guest. Be my guest. That's that. I was going to spray it on my arm, and I was going to say, oh, whilst I wait for it to dry down, I'm going to show you all of the basketball cards, and then I'll go back to the dry down. We can't even do that now. So may as well go and open these and actually find out what's in here. I am curious. I'm not even looking. Come on. Open, you son of a... I don't want to mess the corners because that's important when it comes to grading a card. All right, not being opened. I can't believe these have not been... Someone's kept these unopened for so long. All right, so look at here. Oh, look at that. First off the bat, we've got Sean Kemp, superstar. He was one of my favorite players. These cards are awfully small sized, but maybe that was the size back then. So Sean Kemp, that's a keeper. Blue Edwards. Whoever this guy was, this is Blue Edwards. I don't know who that guy was. John Sally. This is when he was playing with the Heat. I think he had moved from Detroit into the Heat. Yeah, not a keeper. Tom Tolbert of Orlando. Never heard of that guy. Here we go. Career highlights. Clyde Drexler. It's a special insert. Career highlights. That's a keeper. Rick Fox. Wasn't really a big fan of Rick Fox. But that is Latrell Sprewell guarding him there. I really liked Latrell Sprewell until he went nuts. Jeff Hornacek. Famous, I think, with the Utah Jazz he moved to, and he got some success over there. He was a pretty okay player. What's this? Some kind of checklist. Another throwaway card. Stanley Roberts. Who knows who that guy is? I certainly don't. What the hell is this? Luke Longley at the Timberwolves. Well. He was at the Timberwolves. Who was he? The big Aussie. Definitely not a keeper. Not without the Bulls jersey. Buck Johnson. The buck stops here. Rubbish. Negele Knight. I've never heard of this guy. I have heard of this guy. Reggie Miller, one of the best shooters of all time in the 90s. Really fierce competitor. Mark Macon. Making the bacon. Mark Macon. No idea who that guy was. Oh, and the fabulous Kenny Smith. Sorry if there's no light here, but who cares? Well, there you go. Out of 15 cards, I've got maybe 4 that I can keep. Let's try the NBA hoops and see if we get any luck out of the hoops packet. Hoops packets, ooh, that's a bit concerning that it's just opening up like that. Okay. Maybe it's pressed together instead of glued together. Here we go. Let's open that up. All right, who have we got here? We've got David Wood. What would David do? He was Houston, number 10. Rubbish. Mark Bryant. No relation to Kobe. Rubbish. Sherman Douglas. Sherman the Tank Douglas. Sean Elliott, he was an okay player. He was a pretty good player. Again, that's not a keeper anyway. Purvis Ellison, I always liked his name. Pervert Ellison. Wasn't he supposed to be like a top draft pick or something? Yeah, first round pick 1. Yeah, that didn't work out, did it? What year was he drafted? 89-90 for Sacramento Kings. 89-90, first round draft pick, number 1. Brad Daugherty, he was okay, role player. Xavier McDaniel, X-Man. I liked him. I liked his play. He was a tough guy. Nick Anderson, who, got taught a lesson, I think, by MJ. But he was actually a decent player in Orlando, and they had a really good team with like first year Shaq. Kevin McHale, the guy with all the foot moves and the elbows to your rib cage, but he did the job with down there with Larry Bird and Robert Parrish in the key. So far, I don't think I'm keeping any of these. Vlade Divac, pretty good center for LA. I don't think I'm keeping that either. He was actually pretty good, but I'm not keeping that. What have we got here? Special insert. It is league leaders field goal 91 field goal percentage, and it is Buck Williams and Robert Parrish. NBA yearbook class of 79. I got Larry Bird. That's a special insert right there. And so that's one keeper. We've got a Kevin Johnson All-Star card. He was all right. Kevin Maurice Johnson. Why would you have a coach card? Who wants the coach? Nobody wants the coach. Not even Phil Jackson. And the last card is the team card, and this is Chicago Bulls, and you can see MJ's backside over there in the picture. And that is it. When I was actually around at this time, was not a fan of MJ because I'm a Lakers fan, because I like Magic and Kareem, and James Worthy and AC Green. Those were my players, but not MJ. I was upset when they beat the Lakers, and only after he retired, I figured he's actually pretty good. All right, it's Raffi here from the future again. I showed my daughter all the cards that I had in the pack that I opened. We were very hopeful that we might get a Michael Jordan card, and when I didn't get one, she actually made one for me. So this is the Michael Jordan card that she made for me. It's authentic. There he is dunking the ball. The other two guys at the bottom there look unhappy. One's got a furrowed brow. And Mike is very happy because he's dunking the ball. And he's even got some stats on the back. Number 67 there, Michael Jordan. He's a good player, and he's famous for telling people to get help.
Stop it. Get some help.
His actual birth date and where he's born, his height, weight, what university he went to. There you go. I got my own Michael Jordan card. Thought I'd put that in there. Wow. This number 19 goop is a really, like, if you think about number 19, like super concentrated as a syrup, but not sweet, but as a galbanum syrup. Yikes. But yeah, whatever. I don't care. It's empty. Anyway, that's a really weird. This is a really weird video. It's neither philosophical, nor have I talked about fragrance very much. I've actually talked about basketball cards a little bit, but sometimes you need a different way to let off steam. This is one way that I can let off steam. Buy some basketball cards from 30 years ago and open up a Chanel perfume from 50 years ago. You do you and I'll do me. That's all I can say. Anyway, I'll get back to regular content pretty soon. But up until that time, I must always thank you for watching.